We go now to the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner. We heard the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, say that the request to Congress will be significantly higher than $2 billion in terms of aid for Ukraine and for Israel. What can you tell us about?
Well, I met with him and members of the National Security Council at the end of last week. And they're talking in terms of a quad of really of a need of a national security package. And that is certainly the border, additional funds there for border control, the border barrier, the wall that the administration has now said needs to go forward in areas. Ukraine, obviously, now that we're dealing with this crisis with Israel, bolstering our support for them. And then as they're putting those together so that we don't piecemeal this and we look at this as an overall national security package, it'll give us a better understanding of ability to have a debate as to what's needed from the United States.
Don't piecemeal this, you said. So you support bundling all of those things together. Do you think your fellow Republicans will support that? So in the past, you've supported Jim Jordan. So do the allegations that he turned a blind eye to sexual assault at Ohio University cause any problems for you, or the allegations that he had knowledge of Donald Trump's attempts on January 6th and leading up to it to stop the election certification?
Well, first, Margaret, the allegations at Ohio State, there's not one person who's ever said that they have knowledge of Jim Jordan having any knowledge. And what occurred at Ohio State wasn't even under Jim Jordan. He was not the head coach. This was not something that he had responsibility for. So those that are making accusations are making, just presumptions of, well, he would have had to have known. But there's no one, I mean, mind you, this was years ago, no one who has come forward at all ever and ever said that there was actual knowledge on Jim Jordan's part. And of course, he condemns what occurred there.
So no pause on your part.
Vote on the floor was, should the Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, be removed? And every Democrat, 208 of them, voted to remove Kevin McCarthy. So at this point, I would prefer there to be a Republican solution, because when they rejected bipartisanship, it's kind of hard to then go back to it. But we have a lot of people on the bench. I think Jim Jordan will be an excellent speaker. I think he'll be able to get to 217.
I want to also ask you about a comment you made on this program recently. You were talking about classified documents mishandled by the current president. And you said that when it came to Biden, this past week, President Biden was interviewed by special counsel Robert Hur. Will there be legal consequences? Will your committee do anything to act on this? I mean, and what exactly do you mean equally egregious?
And in this instance, if you notice, you're getting leak after leak after leak on the Trump documents. You're hearing nothing on the Biden documents. So you're continuing to see the inequality that comes out of the Justice Department as there's silence on the other side with respect to Biden's. And by the way, he was a serial classified document hoarder. I reviewed documents that were from all the time that he's been in government. This really is a very serious breach by President Biden.
Just to be clear here, though, are you saying that President Biden had top secret and TSSCI classification level documents in his personal home?
That's public already, Margaret. That is, so I'm not confirming something that people don't already know. That is correct.
You can't handle the truth.
Okay, so I think you're saying that he should be indicted.
They're continuing their investigation with President Biden. I don't think if President Biden, in the end, has been found to violate the law, and I believe from what I've seen that he has.
But have you seen evidence of a crime? It sounds like that's what you are saying.
I have seen evidence of the fact that classified documents of some of the highest levels have been mishandled by President Biden, yes.
You can't handle the truth.
Mike Turner.